And a very warm welcome to today's live stream. My name is Uzair, and it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK on, I think, it's the 9th of December 2022. Every Tuesday and Friday, I go live this time and cover topics such as Google Ads, YouTube ads, any kind of ads which you can run with Google to help you generate new leads or sales. The format of the session uh, is very friendly and informal. I'll cover a certain topic, and towards the end of the session, I'll try my best to answer any questions you may have. So if you've got any questions, problems, queries, or anything you're struggling with, then please put them in the comment box or the description box or the chat box wherever you're watching around this video. This is being live streamed on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So let's get started. Before I get started, I just want to make sure that everything is working fine because sometimes the technology does have some gremlins. Yeah, everything seems to be behaving fine. Lovely. Uh, okay. What we'll do today is conversion tracking. A lot of you struggle with it. And secondly, Google Ads keep changing the interface. Um, and adding new stuff or making things easier, I guess, for all of us, but it's different to what you were used to before. So we'll go through how we set up a conversion tracking for a lead generation um, campaign, and also I'll show you how you can set up conversions for e-commerce as well. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Duh, 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 duh. Okay, you should be able to see my screen. And I can see some hellos coming through from Shilpa and Asim. Hello back to you guys as well. Glad you're here. Okay, so we are in my Google Ads account, my test account, and the first thing you want to do is to set up conversion tracking, no matter what type of campaigns you are running, because there has to be certain goals and the algorithm or the machine will not be able to optimize if they don't know what you are looking for. So if Google knows that you are looking for leads or you are looking for sales, then the machine can auto align, it can optimize, and it can work faster towards achieving the goals which you want. Why wouldn't you set up the conversion tracking? And I see so many accounts where the conversion tracking hasn't been set up properly. Some accounts I've seen where a conversion is classified as a click on the ad and somebody has landed on the website, which is pretty much 100% conversion rate. So that is also incorrect unless you are just tracking a click as a website visitor as a conversion, and which we do sometimes on some of our sales funnels where we want to see if a sales funnel has got four different steps to a lead generated. Step one is the landing page. Step two is, let's say, the video sales letter. Step three, a calendar page where they book the appointment. And step four could be the thank you page. So the thank you page is always going to be a primary conversion, and all the other ones you should set them up as secondary conversion. And I'll go through that in a so you go to tools and settings, and under measurement you go to conversions. Okay, so now you have this new conversion action button. Click on that. At four options. One is the website conversion. So that conversion happens on an actual website or a landing page, be it online sales, link click, page view, or a sign up for generating a lead. App downloads or app installs if you're running apps. Phone calls. Now, phone calls, there are two types of conversions. One is call from ads. So the call extension, which is auto generated. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to put any tag on any website or landing page. Google will automatically track it. But do you see this second one? Calls to a number on your website or clicks on a number on mobile sites. This is what most people don't set up and potentially misses out on these conversions. So you need to track each and every conversion so you as a digital marketer get attributed for all the conversions. So you can tell your client, hey, Mr. Client, look, I have generated so many calls for you. If you out of three conversions, you're missing out on two of them, then it doesn't look so good in your reporting, right? So you must track each and every conversion possible. What you look at the landing page, whatever is the conversions, whether it's a form submit or a phone call, track that. So you go um, calls to a number on your website. So what does that mean? Somebody saw your ad, they clicked on the ad, they came through to your website, and then they saw your number and decided to call you. So that can be called either through the Google forwarding number, which is called the GFN, or third-party apps as well, like CallRail, where you can track and record the conversations. Another thing which is very important is when it comes to phone calls, and a lot of industries like dentists, plumbers, um, and the likes of these industry, they rely on phone calls, right? But you also need to know how good or bad the quality of the calls are. Or is Mr. Client picking up the calls which you are sending them? Because quite often they don't pick up the phone. It's not your fault, but the client is going to blame you. Oh, but we're not getting any calls. Well, I'm sending you calls, but nobody's answering. So that's why you're not getting any conversions. So you can track it through third-party apps, record those conversations, and listen in and see how many of them were sales qualified and how many of them were not qualified leads. Especially when you're bidding on competitor brands and keywords. This is a great way to work out whether you pinched your competitor's uh, website was a potential lead or not. So that's one way of doing this. The other one is importing data from analytics, Salesforce, which is a CRM, offline lead conversions, and phone sales. Phone sales is very important. So in our case, for our business, all our conversions happen offline. Nobody will come and buy online, right? They will have a conversation with us. We will send them a proposal and then an invoice which will get paid. But Google doesn't know that. So it needs to know. And I need to know which campaign converts more or which campaign brings me the best value customers, even though the customer numbers may be low, but the conversion value is high. So you can import them back in through offline data, and it's pretty easy to do that through um, Google Sheets. So we're not going to go into this one for today's session. We're going to focus on one of these. Okay, let's go to website. Then it's going to ask you your web domain. You scan it. Recommended. Yeah. Okay. So this is new. I've not seen this before. Apply. All right. Create conversions. manually using code, or add a conversion action manually. Okay. Set up conversions actions manually, user transaction, specific values, ID, value. Okay. Add a conversion. So now it will give you a warning at the top. Conversion actions created manually need to be added to your website's code. So we use Google Tag Manager and everything is done through there. It's much easier. And I would recommend that you use Tag Manager if you're not. Okay. Now we have categories, right? Sales. So these three or maybe four as well is for your e-commerce purchase, add to cart, begin checkout, because add to cart and begin checkout or purchase is not for lead generation, so they've kept it together, which is quite good. Then they've got the lead category, so this one is sales, which is e-commerce. Lead categories, now you've got lots of these options: contact, lead, submit lead form, book appointment, sign up, request a code, get directions, outbound, click, and so on. Submit a lead form is for me a lesser value than a book appointment. This is a higher value, right? So I can make my sales funnel in such a way that they become a lead and then they go on to the next page to book a appointment in the calendar. So I can say if I get 100 leads and I get 5 appointments as a 5% conversion rate. So I can track how many leads I'm getting, how what's the conversion rate into appointments, and then from the appointments, how many people show up, and then how many convert into a actual customer. So you can build up that funnel in that way. So I'm going to show you in a minute. In fact, I'll show you now how we set this up, because this is very few people do it. All they do is just make one conversion. So if you break down your sales funnel, step one, step two, step three, step four, or as many steps you've got. Don't make it too many. Four is more than enough. Then you will find that, wow, I can see what's happening. So let's go into our funnel. So this is my landing page. We track this as a secondary conversion. So why do we track this as a conversion when somebody lands over here? If there's a problem on my landing page, let's say I get 100 clicks, but in Google Ads, that conversion, the visitors to this page is only showing as, let's say, 65. I know that a lot of the people who are clicking on the ad aren't dropping on the landing page. There's something wrong over here, the hosting or something like that, where the page is not loading up. So you need to track that as a um, just a security to make sure that 100 clicks should get you 100 visitors on this page, ideally. But it's never the same. But even if it's between 5 to 10% up or down, it's more than enough. So they land on this page. Then I'm tracking this one, the call to action. So that is my step two. How many people, 100 people come here, how many people filled in this form? So when they fill in this lead magnet to watch the masterclass, they are taken to this page. So now I can see 100 people landed on my step one, the first page of the funnel. This is my second page in my funnel. So they can only come here if they become a lead, right? So this is what I want to differentiate between a lead for submit form um, and a actual booked appointment. So they submitted the form, they become a lead, right? They'll come here. So now I can see, okay, if 25 people out of 100 visitors give me the name and email, and they come and watch my masterclass. 25% conversion rate. Okay. Then there's another phone call to action button over here. Book your free strategy call. So if they like what they see, so I'm going to convince them over in this masterclass that, wow, this is something which I would love to learn, which I don't know, or whatever it may be. Yeah. So with a strong call to action, ready to make your campaigns profitable. And when they click here, they go to the strategy calendar page to have the strategy session. So now this is step 3. So can you see how we are tracking step 1, step 2, and this is step 3. Really important. You set up your sales funnel and landing pages like this is going to completely change the way you run Google Ads, because most people, all they do is take from step 1, which is the landing page, down to the thank you page, which is that's it. In between, what's happening, they don't know, because then you can't optimize. If people come here and don't book, then I know the problem is over here, not anywhere else, because I'm getting 100 people on the website, on the landing page. I know my conversion rate is 25%, but then when I come here, I want some bookings. Out of 25, I need at least, 15, 20% of those people booking in my calendar. But if they don't, then I know there's a big problem going on over here. Either this iframe of the calendar of iframe is not loading up, or they can't see the button, or it could be any problem, right? Which we need to start looking at. So once they book in the date and the time, select. Now I'm qualifying or disqualifying my lead. Not every lead is going to be a good lead. There will be a lot of time wasters, tire kickers, just wasting your time. So just by looking at this questionnaire, we can see how good or bad the quality of the lead is. And then we can track back to that campaign. Or from this campaign, or Performance Max is giving us junk leads or whatever. So I can see, okay, which country are they from? What's the website URL? How much you're spending? If they're spending $300 per month, they're not my ideal customer, right? What are you looking for? Or if do they want to increase the sales or not? Or do they want to invest in coaching or somebody managing your account? So we get all these questions. And then when they submit this form, they go to the thank you page. I think it's this URL. No, I think I made a mistake. There you go. So now you're booked, and it shows them a little 1-minute video as to what to expect and what to do now. And that's my funnel. That's how we do it. So this is why it is important that you have one conversion as a submit lead form and one as a booked appointment. Now, if you want to give a value, let's say you give $10 value to this one, but you get $50 value to this one, it's a lot higher value, a booked appointment. Then in Google Ads, you can see the ROAS. Well, it is a point-based system and not a currency, but I can still see that, you know what? Although the leads are more expensive in this ad group or ad keyword or whatever, but my booked appointment cost is really good. That's all I care. So don't just go from cheap leads. Cheap leads don't convert, but you want to go after the booked appointment. So then I'll just do that for now. And this is where you track this. Is it the primary action or a secondary action? Right? So if it's just a visitor to a landing page, secondary. And if it is the thank you page or the main conversion action, that's a primary. Then you can say, okay, for my lead from which form, I'm going to put in £10, which is again, it's a point-based system, not actual currency. Or you can work it out. Every time I get a customer, I earn 1,000. Every time I get 10 booked appointments, I get one customer, and so on. So you work backwards, and then you'll be able to work out the value per booked appointment and value per lead. One is 5, every is for e-commerce, as it says, recommended for purchases. Again, it depends on your attribution model. We stick with data driven right now. We just let Google decide what to do and what is your conversion attribution window. Once it's done, you click done, and then you have set up your uh, set up your conversion. So this is how you set up conversions for different stages or steps of the funnel. Now, I can do the same thing for an e-commerce one. I could have one um, primary action when somebody clicks on add to cart. That's a secondary action. When somebody clicks begin checkout, step two, second reaction. And the purchase is the thank you. So now I can see, okay, 100 people came to my website, 30 of them add to cart, five of them begin checkout, one of them purchase. So you got those conversion rates at every step of the funnel. And then if that is profitable, then you said, wow. Now, if I scale this campaign, keeping all these conversion um, ratios the same, I can make a lot of money. So this is how you set up conversion tracking the right way. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to go to the questions now. I can see quite a few questions pinging in. So please don't leave it till the last, to the very last second, because there is a time delay and I won't be able to see your questions. If you want me to answer any questions for you, put them in the chat now and I'll answer them in the order I have received. Okay, before I do that, I also would like to invite you to join our free Facebook group. We've got almost over 2,000 like minded professionals. It's a nice little community we have started. And if you are not in there, then the URL is on your screen. So please join it. All right. Shilpa, okay, hello back. Corner feed, how to deal with trademark text? You can't. If it's not allowed, it's not allowed. If I have a trademark and you start using it, and not you personally, but somebody starts using it and abusing it, I'm going to put my foot down because I worked hard to build up my brand. Building brand is not easy. This is why companies will protect Apple, Samsung, Google, you name it. They are going to protect their brand, and so will I. Right? So if you worked hard and somebody's using your company name or your logo or whatever, it's not nice and you won't like it. So you can bid on trademarks or trademark text, but you cannot. So if you are selling iPhone, you need the permission from Apple, who will Google will know that yes, you are allowed to use iPhone in your text as a trademark. So I have this problem where Google ads I run, I put in Google Ads Expert or Learn Google Ads. I always get this limitation by trademark eligibility issue because I'm using trademark. But then they know they have looked at my website and they know that I'm genuine and I'm not abusing their trademark or their name because I can't promote Google Ads as Facebook ads or TV ads or anything like that. So my ads run, but you will get this issue all the time. So yeah, just always follow what Google says. Just like when we were at school, whatever the teacher said, we have to do it. If we didn't do it, then we'll get into problem and we get detentions. And in your case, you'll get suspended. As simple as that. And I see so many times people come to me and say, "Oh, I got suspended and this and that." Well, why did you not see what Google says not to do? Hi, Asim. Okay, Shilpa, I'm running Google Ads for lead gen for proctoring software, but I'm not able to getting any leads. Campaign is running for India. All right. So there's two ways you can look at it. First of all, look at the Google Ads account and the campaign. Are your keywords dialed in? Negative keywords dialed in? Ad copy is written properly. It entices that click for that person who's looking for that for that offer. Um, Are you using the extensions and all of that other stuff, right? So make sure that your Google Ads is set up properly. And then if you don't get the conversions, then you can't blame Google for the lack of conversions, because when I click on your ad and I come through to the landing page, I don't get excited. I don't go, oh wow, this is really good. I've got to see this. I've got to know this, what this is, what this software does. Oh, it's going to help me solve all my problems and the issues. See, you got to have a solution to somebody's problem. You can't just send them to a landing page. So that funnel which I've just shown you, when we started, it was converting at 8%. Now it's going at around 30%. But it took us a year to keep optimizing, changing the headline, the offer, the video or the photo, keep testing. You just cannot shrug your shoulders and say, well, I've done what I can in Google Ads. It's not converting. It's your job. The client is paying you to get them leads. But if the client's product or service is not up to scratch, that means you have bet on the wrong company. You know, you got to pick up winners. You only bet on the horse or the dog who you know is going to be the winner and not the loser. Sometimes you have upsets, right? That the worst player or the worst team wins the competition, but that's very rarely. Usually, the good ones or the better ones win. If you feel that no, this is not going to work, then don't pick up that client. So pick your battles carefully so that you like that casino where the house always wins. So you got without looking at your landing page, I can or in your campaigns, I can't recommend what you need to do. So first you look at your campaigns, make sure everything is dialed in, and then look at the landing page. Hi Hassan, what's the latest GMC protocol to run shopping ads in countries with different currencies? Currency conversion in GMC, if you could show us that. I'm not the best person to talk about to answer this question, Hassan, because I don't usually deal with merchant centers. My team does it, but the protocol is the same. Is as long as all your products are approved in the currency, and then you've got the same currency on the website as well, then you shouldn't have any problems with merchant center. Otherwise, your account or your merchant center fee is going to get disapproved. Google is recommending to change my bid from max clicks to max conversions. What can I do? Unless the campaign is for generating a lot of traffic, doesn't matter whether they convert or don't convert, and cheap clicks, then go with max clicks. If you want performance based campaigns, then you need to switch over to max conversions, let it run, get 40, 50, 60 conversions in that campaign, and then put in a target ROAS or target CPA in that campaign to start optimizing it. Hi, Manoj. Competition is all time high in every channel in digital marketing. Yes, of course, competition is everywhere, and you shouldn't be scared of the competition because then you won't be able to compete. You got to compete with the best to be the best, right? You beat the best, then you feel good. You beat amateurs, then you won't feel so much better or good. So what you want to do is to also find your niche. How many marketeers go live on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn with Google Ads? I know a couple, Kasim and John from Solutions 8, and then I know another friend, Santosh, he goes live as well regularly. But very few people do this religiously and regularly. Yeah, they will have a live stream every now and then, or upload a video every now and then. What I mean by that is regularly. Look, you if you want to lose weight, get fit, uh, get stronger, you got to go to the gym regularly. You can't just go once a week or once a month and then blame the gym. Oh, it's a waste of time. I didn't get any results. It's a scam, and so on. Right? You got to go thrice a week. Sometimes, people who are very much into fitness, they go every day. So I have picked up my niche, which is video marketing. I've seen the gap in the market, and there is always, always, always a gap in the market in every niche where you differentiate yourself from your competitors. And I differentiate myself from my competitors using video. So when clients come to me and I say, look, I can help you with video marketing. I've got over 1,500 videos. I've spent over 140, 50,000 US dollars last year on Google Ads only on running our own campaigns. Spending client money is easy. You spend your own money, then I'll ask you how easy or hard it is, right? And you will learn a lot faster if you run your own campaigns because it's going to hurt your pocket if you don't do it right. With client money, oh yeah, it got results, it didn't get results. Yes, we all care, but it doesn't hurt as much as if it's yours. So find your niche, get started, and don't worry about the competition, to be honest with you. Keep an eye on them, what they're up to, but don't feel stressed about them. Hi, London. I've been seeing lots of Google search ads with lots of mistakes in my location, and I'm prospecting these businesses who run ads incorrectly for Google Ad services. Is there any tool? You just go to Google, screenshot it, or make a Loom video. Hey, dear customer, I searched for this keyword, your ad popped up, but there's a spelling mistake or whatever it is, which is not right. There's no extensions, no call outs. I'm a digital marketer and I can help you achieve better results than what you may be getting right now. Would love to hop on a call with you and take 10, 15 minutes of your time, and that would be one of the most profitable and productive meetings you will have in the recent times. And this is how you will approach them. And we have done this in the past to a lot of clients. When I see ads run the wrong way, one of us, myself, will shoot a quick email and tell them. And sometimes they will reply because thank you so much. Oh yeah, I'm running my own campaigns. I don't have time, and it was completely a mistake on my part. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And that's all you want. A little bit of goodwill. Doesn't matter if they become a customer or not. So yeah, do that. To view search ads other than my IP location. I'm not sure what you mean by that, to be honest with you. What you mean? I'll wait for a second or two for your comment. So you want to exclude your IP address? Okay, I'll come back to you. How can I get client? Uh, well, oh yeah, convince as a new marketer. Okay, so I'll talk about my experience, how I started with Google Ads. I was a photographer, as many of you know. I had no experience of Google Ads. Going back 7, 8 years, there was hardly any online training, coaching, or videos on YouTube. It was pretty much very new. So I started learning and running ads for our photography business. And before you know it, I started getting requests by friends and other people I know. Can you run my ads? Then eventually we've thought, okay, let's make our company an agency because there's a lot of people requesting this service, and there is a big market for this. So I went to our existing clients or people who I met in the business networking events and so on. And I said to them, look, give me 60 days. I think it was 90 in those days. I will run you ads for free. And all you need to do is to pay for your Google ads. If you like the results, all I would ask you in return is a customer testimonial. You need to have social proof, right? If you don't have it. So you then start to collect these testimonials. A lot of them carried on because they started getting leads or sales. Oh, how much it will be for you to carry on? Then you charge your price. Even though I was charging very little in those days, I was happy. So this is one way of doing it. The other way to convince your clients or potential clients is building up the trust. So there are three steps. If they don't know you, they won't like you and they won't trust you. Know, like, and trust. These are the three steps for every marketeer to master. Why am I doing all these videos? Build up trust so that new people see me when we upload, they come up, stumble upon my content, and then they start to follow me. So there is no excuse for any of you not to create videos. All of you have got your smartphones, shoot it with them. I will not accept that as an excuse. I don't have this, I don't have green screen, I don't have lights, I don't have, you don't need any of those. Just need a little microphone which costs $10. And that's all you want to do. My son, he's starting his own business. Straight away from day one, I'm hammering this message to him. Video, video, video. You have got to do it. Even though you are going to suck at it for the first 50, 60, 100 videos. But as you do it, you are going to become very confident. And he's only young, so he can only get better. So you guys need to do the same thing. You have got to get started with video. And this is the best way to convince anything. Because if somebody sees your video and it resonates, oh, you know what? The, this guy, Munam, he uploads really good content. I love what he says. I'm going to get in touch with him. And that's how you're going to get. Uh, okay. So hope that helped. Is there any tool to see search ads other than my IPA location since local business ads only show on a particular location? Yeah, you have to use a VPN and then you can see other locations. Okay, Chatrash. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a bit of a cough and a cold at the moment. How to assign weights to conversion action to make a lead gen ROAS driven? That's what I just explained. If you have joined in a bit late, please go back to the start of this session. And this is how we rate for a lead to a booked appointment. You give different values to that conversion. It's fairly straightforward and easy. Yeah, absolutely, Asim. You have to give upfront. It's called the freemium model, and then the premium, the paid ones, right? We all want to see the sales funnel is like that. We all want to jump to the bottom of the sales funnel straight down to get those customers where they are in the bottom of the funnel. You can't. You have got to go from the top, and that's the widest bit, right? And then the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. That's how you would do it. You prove yourself. Keep uploading videos. Keep uploading really good content. Social, and it's all free. Social media is free. All you do is upload your videos and invest your time in making yourself the guru in your niche or space. Okay, I've got to hop off. I've got another call to jump onto. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back on Tuesday. Hope you have a great weekend. And till then, stay safe and goodbye for now.